comets found to have oxygen in their atmosphere. This is the latest discovery. The next thing you know, we'll be able to live on comets. I mean, I'm still reeling from a couple of videos back when we found that over 25,000 comets come at us every day, weighing 20 to 40 tons of water. And they're coming into our atmosphere every day, bringing water to us. They estimate that they had 1 inch of water every 10 years. After a billion years, we'd have oceans full of water from these incoming snowball comets. They're bringing extraterrestrial rain to us. This is totally unbelievable. I mean, we knew that comets were made of ice, but this is unreal. Now we find that they have oxygen. Besides having carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, they also have oxygen. This is according to the University of Bern. It's on Science Daily. The summary says, the biggest surprise so far in the chemical analysis of comet Churyumov-Gerasimenko's atmosphere is the high proportion of oxygen molecules. While such molecules are common in the Earth's atmosphere, their presence on comets had originally been ruled out. This is just too much. We recently heard that the Earth's atmosphere extends way beyond the moon. Now we find that we have oxygen on comets. The biggest surprise so far in the chemical analysis of comet Churyumov-Gerasimenko's atmosphere is the high proportion of oxygen molecules. While such molecules are common in Earth's atmosphere, their presence on comets had originally been ruled out. Early on the mission of the Rosina mass spectrometer in September of last year, this is dated October 29, 2015, researchers from the Center for Space and Habitability, CHS, at the University of Bern, that's in Switzerland I would assume, made an unexpected discovery when analyzing the comet's gases. Between the expected peak values of sulfur and methanol, clear traces of oxygen 2 molecules were detected. It turned out that oxygen is in fact the 4th most common gas in the comet's atmosphere after water, H2O, carbon monoxide, CO, carbon dioxide, CO2. As oxygen is highly reactive chemically, it was previously thought that in the early solar system, it must have combined with the abundant hydrogen then present to form water. Nevertheless, oxygen molecules were present on that comet. Quote, we have never thought that oxygen could survive for billions of years without combining with other substances. End quote. This is what Professor Catherine Altweg said, project leader of the Rosina mass spectrometer and co-author of the study. The findings will be published in scientific journal Nature magazine. Invisible from Earth, molecular oxygen is very difficult to detect with spectroscopic measurements from telescopes, which explains why this molecule had not already been observed on other comets. An in situ measurement by the Rosina mass spectrometer on the Rosetta space probe was needed to make that discovery. It was also astonishing that the ratio of water to oxygen did not change in different locations on the comet over time, so there's a stable correlation between water and oxygen, said co-author Altweg. Ancient substance. In contrast to comets, it's known that oxygen molecules occur on the moons of Jupiter and Saturn. That is explained by their being struck by high-energy particles from their respective mother planets, which does not exit in the case of comet 67P Churyumov-Gerasimenko. The comet has been bombarded for 4.6 billion years, though by highly energetic cosmic radiation particles. These particles can split water, resulting in the formation of oxygen, hydrogen, and ozone, among other substances. These particles only penetrate a few meters into the surface, however. In each of its revolutions around the Sun, though, the comet loses between 1 and 10 meters from its circumference. Since its last meeting with Jupiter in 1959, which set the comet on its current orbit, it has consequently lost more than 100 meters of its material. The most likely explanation, according to the researchers, is that the oxygen originated very early, before the formation of the solar system. Specifically, high-energy particles struck grains of ice in the cold and dense birthplaces of stars, the so-called dark nebulae, and split the water into oxygen and hydrogen. The oxygen was then not further processed in the early solar system. The oxygen measurements show that at least a significant part of the comet's material is older than our solar system and has a composition typical of dark nebulae from which solar nebulae and later planet systems originate. Altwig said this evidence of oxygen as an ancient substance will likely discredit some theoretical models of formation of the solar system. This is from the University of Bern, and journal references Beeler, Altwig, Balsiger, Barnun, Berthaler, and a lot of other names, and abundant molecular oxygen in the coma of Comet 67P Churyumov-Gerasimenko from the University of Bern, and it's on Science Daily. I'll leave a link below for you for this, but I just wanted quickly, concerning the comet providing clues to origins of Earth's oceans, mystery why Earth has so much water, allowing our blue marble to support astounding array of life. This is by NASA, and I'll leave a link below for you for this as well. It's clearer with new research into comets. They're like snowballs of rock, dust, ice, and other frozen chemicals that vaporize as they get close to the sun, producing the tails seen in images. New study reveals that water in many comets may share a common origin in Earth's oceans, reinforcing the idea that comets played a key role in bringing water to our planet billions of years ago. The Stratospheric Observatory for Infrared Astronomy, SOFIA for short, the world's largest airborne observatory, observed comet Wirtanen as it made its close approach to Earth December 2018. Of course, they took the baton from Professor Frank Lewis and University of Iowa and researched on this and confirmed that these comets are bringing in water into our Earth. 25,000 strikes a day of 20 to 40 tons of water every day. And they don't explode over our atmosphere. They explode at the point where Earth's magnetic field is striking them. And they are estimated to bring in an inch of water worldwide every 10 years. And over billions of years, it's whole oceans full of water. I'm still, I still can't believe that. I mean, it's not just global warming that's melting our, the glaciers melting and sea level rise. It's also the water coming in from these comets. 25,000 a day at 20 to 40 tons each. Can you imagine how much water that is? I guess that's good enough because, our Earth is also growing and expanding. So I guess to keep the balance of enough water around, that's wonderful. I mean, this is wonderful. The way God provides for everything, providing water for us as well. Anyway, data collected from the high-flying observatory found that this comet contains ocean-like water. Comparing this with information about other comets, scientists suggest in a new study that many more comets than previously thought could have delivered water to Earth. The findings were published in Astronomy and Astrophysics Letters. Quote, "We have identified a vast reservoir of Earth-like water in the outer reaches of the solar system," said Derek Liss, scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, Pasadena, California, lead author of the study. Water was crucial for the development of life, as we know. We not only want to understand how Earth's water was delivered, but also if this process could work in other planetary systems. I'd like to know, a dirty snowball that says here, planets from debris orbiting in a disk shape around the star. I'd like to, water types. Chemical name is H2O because it's made of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen. New observations. I'll let you read the whole thing there. But is this only happening to Earth? I mean, are these comets not going, for example, onto the moon or onto Mars? What is it? Are they only coming into Earth and giving us water here on Earth? That's my question. Is this also happening on other planets and their moons of our solar system? This is just fantastic what has been found out. I just can't get this into my mind. We're learning everything every single day. We're learning something different. Like 40,000 tons of carbon dioxide being released by a Yellowstone supervolcano every single day alone just from Yellowstone. 40,000 tons of carbon dioxide a day from Yellowstone supervolcano alone. And today we learned a lot more about the comets bringing in our water, and also that they have oxygen in their atmosphere. Next thing you know, we'll be able to freely be breathing on the comets. That's amazing. Anyway, I'll leave links below for you for this. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.